Hello children, today let us continue our geography unit 2 lesson Indian physiography. In the first video I have covered the geographical features of landforms of India, and secondly physiographic division of India we have discussed first important point. Today let us continue the second important physiographic divisions of India. The second physiographic division of India is the Northern Great Plains. This Northern Great Plains, which lies between the Himalayas and the Peninsular Plateau of India, and it is formed by the depositional work of three river systems, namely the Sutlej River, the Ganga River and the Brahmaputra River. It is the largest alluvial soil tract in the world, and it extends a important length from east to west is 2500 kilometers, and its average width varies from 240 to 340 kilometers. The area it covers is about 7 lakh square kilometer. The plain is formed from the fertile alluvial deposited by the rivers flowing from the Himalayas. The plain is very flat and the rocks are not exposed on the surface. This is the map of India. In that, the physiographic division, the northern plain is located in orange color. The important states where it has covered is Rajasthan, Punjab, Haryana, some parts of Delhi, Uttar Pradesh, Bihar, West Bengal, Assam and Meghalaya. So these are the important places where the northern plain is located, which consists of its own perennial rivers. So in this unit we have to know the important length of it is 2500 kilometers and width is 240 to 340 kilometers, and the area where it covers is 7 lakh square kilometers. Let us discuss about the importance of Northern Great Plains. The Northern Great Plains is very suitable for irrigation and even for agriculture, and they are also known as perennial rivers are situated in this particular place. So these perennial rivers means rivers are full of water throughout the year. The important rivers, as you know, Ganga, Yamuna, Brahmaputra are all located in this place. Therefore, these rivers are near the Himalayas. They are also known as perennial rivers, and they are very vast, fertile alluvial soil is also founded in this place, and the level of land where it supports a network of roadways, railways and even the means of communication. They are useful for industrialization, urbanization and trade. A number of pilgrim centers are located here. The third important physical division is the Peninsular Plateau. This Peninsular Plateau is also the largest physical division of India, and it is the oldest landmass. And let us discuss how it is formed. It was being a part of Gondwana land, and the forest submerged and it was formed, and it lies to the south of the Great Plains, and it occupies 16 lakh square kilometers, and it is roughly triangular in shape, and its apex is formed by Cape of Kanyakumari in the southern extremity, and peninsula is also bounded by many hills and plateaus. Those hills are as follows: Aravali Hills, Vindhyas, Satpuras, Western Ghats, Eastern Ghats, Chotanagpur Ranges, Deccan Plateau, Malwa Plateau. So these are the important hill stations we found in the peninsular plateau. In that, the Aravali range is the oldest fold mountain and it lies to the northwest. Mount Guru Shikhar, its height is about 1772 meters and it is the highest peak on the Mount Abu hills of the Aravali range. Thirdly, the Vindhya range flanks the northern edge of the Narmada valley, and the Satpura range also runs in the east-west direction to the south of the Vindhyas, and in between the river Narmada and Tappi rivers flows. Like this, we found the Aravali range in this particular location. Let us discuss the next important physiographic features is the Western Ghats. Here, the Western Ghats are a continuous range of running parallel to the west coast of India from the river Tapi Valley to Kanyakumari. And they are also known as Saharas, and they are very steep on the western side and gently on the eastern side. Bor Ghat, Tal Ghat, Pal Ghat are the important passes which lies across the Western Ghats. South of the Pal Ghat gap, the Western Ghats continue as the Annamalai, the Panali and the Cardamom Elaimalai hills. Annamudi 2695 meters in height in the Annamalai hills is the highest peak in South India. So this is the location of Western Ghats. Western Ghats lies in southern India, western side of southern India. The next one is the Eastern Ghats. The Eastern Ghats runs almost parallel to the east coast of India. They extend from Mahanadi Valley in the north towards the Nilgiri hills in the south, where they join the Western Ghats. They are lower than the Western Ghats and they are not continuous. The highest peak in the Eastern Ghat is Armakonda. Like this, the differences you will get it in exam. What is the important differences between Eastern Ghats and Western Ghats and where it is located? These points are very important. In this image, we can know the mountain Mount Abu, Guru Shikhar in the Aravali hills. Guru Shikhar. In this image, we can see the hills of peninsular India. This is Aravali range, Mount Abu, Guru Shikhar is founded, and this is Vindhyas, Satpura, below the Vindhya, Satpura, Maikala hills, Mahadevo hills, Ajanta range, Salghat range, Cardamom hills, southern India, southern part of India, Annamalai, Nilagiri hills, Palani hills, Panchaimalai hills. These are all the important location of these hills. In this map of India, we can know the Peninsular Plateau. Physiographic division of Peninsular Plateau. This is the southern part of India. The first one where I am showing is Aravalli Hills. Second point is Vindhya Range. This is Vindhya Range. Vindhya Range is located in this particular place. Third one is Satpura Range. This is Satpura Range. Below the Vindhya Range, Satpura Range. Fourth one is Mahadiyo Hills. Fourth one, below the Satpura Range, Mahadiyo Hills. Fifth one, this is Maikala Range. Maikala Range. Just now we have discussed about Western Ghats and Eastern Ghats. Number 6 is known as the Western Ghats, which is located in southwestern part of India. Southwestern part of India. So these are all, this is known as Western Ghats. And eastern side we found Eastern Ghats. So from Kanyakumari up to here we found Eastern Ghats. Eastern side of southern India. Eastern side. First one is Aravallis, Vindhya Range, Satpura Range, Mahadevo Hills, Maikala Range, Western Ghats, Eastern Ghats, southeastern part, Eastern Ghats. Western Ghats are continuous and Eastern Ghats are not continuous. And Western Ghats are supported by rain-bearing winds. Eastern Ghats are not supported by rain-bearing winds, and Eastern Ghats are also known as rain shadow area. Like this, today we have discussed about the second important point of physiographic division, the Northern Great Plains and its importance. Thirdly, the Peninsular Plateau, Aravalli Range, Western Ghats and Eastern Ghats. In the map of India, we can know the important rivers which are located in southern part of India. River Narmada, below that river Tappi, in the eastern side river Kaveri, river Krishna, Godavari, Mahanadi. In the northern part of India, river Ganga, river Yamuna, and in the northeastern side river Brahmaputra. River Brahmaputra. In the northwestern side river Indus and its tributaries like Chenab, Ravi, Jhelum, Ravi, Chenab, Sutlej. In the southern part is covered with Bay of Bengal in the southeastern side of India. In the southern India, Indian Ocean. In the southwestern side, Arabian Sea. Like this, today we have covered in the last video the general physical features, and today we have discussed the two important points in the physiographic divisions of India. In the next video, we will discuss the next two physiographic divisions of India. Thank you, children.